morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's Leopard Monday in the Showgirl Temple. In honor of that, I'm showing you my very oldest pair of leopard pants. You want to see how old they are? Look, they go up really high. All right, from the thrift store on Polk Street when I lived in San Francisco. You could say the love of leopard is gone for a long time. I hope you're doing all right and Monday finds you better than Sunday, whatever that may be. Just that your joy, your happiness in life continues growing and growing from day to day. I'm feeling a little bit better today than I have in some days. Last week was quite a week of up and down, but I'm feeling pretty good today. We had a really wonderful series of online classes on Saturday with Charlie Sharp. So thank you for everyone who joined us for that, and to Charlie for tuning in from her bedroom. We're going to continue doing more online classes. I'm talking with Charlie later about doing some more classes with her, possibly a weekly class for twerk shop and stretching, so you can continue to get that training. I'm wrapping up a little choreo series tomorrow night in Showgirl Temple, and then next Tuesday, we'll start a 2-week, 2-part fan dancing class. And you do not need feather fans in your house to do it. Lots of things can stand in. So lots more fun things coming up too. I'm a little fancy today because I'm going to be working on some content for all of you and sending that out soon. So let's get started moving around, shall we? Feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Nice bend in the knees. And we're going to tilt our pelvis forward and back, just to help us find this positioning. So coming forward and back, forward and back. Side would be like this. And I'm using my low abs to do this, not my glutes, all right? In burlesque, we really want our glutes to be able to stay loose and wiggly and jiggly. Yay. That's really what they're for, right? So just the low abs. That can be quite a lot in itself, right? Just using the abs and making the booty not help. Nice. And then we're going to go side to side. So if you want to have nice big hip movements, you got to bend your knees. And sometimes you can only sink a certain space down in your knees because your calves and your ankles are tight, which is partly why I always stretch those areas, right? I learned that about myself years ago when I was belly dancing, that I could only sink a certain amount down in my knees when my ankles and my Achilles tendon stretched out a little bit more. Nice. So going forward, side, back, side, forward, side, back, side. And when we go back, our glutes are still relaxed. Your abs are still engaged when you go back, so you're holding in. And now circle it out big. Put your hands up over your head, because that's fun. You can make a fun little pin-up pose right here, right? Elbows stay nice and open. What? You're working your chest too? You're welcome. All right, and coming forward. Whoop. Back. You can put your hands on your hips. Make it saucy. Nice, and stretch or circle it out. Wow, words seem hard today. I'm feeling good, but it's hard to talk. There's a lot going on in my brain today. Welcome. It's one of those days where I have a whole lot of thoughts and like very little time to stop and write them down. So we'll see how many actually make it out into the real world. Sometimes they just go around in my head for a really long time. Nice. All right, let's do a little bit more of kind of like a swivelly fun thing with our hips. So bring your feet in a little bit, and we're gonna go push forward and then rotate it back, slide it through, and rotate it back. For my belly dance friends, we're not worried about being too precise. A lot of burlesque moves were stolen from belly dance in the early 1900s. We're just gonna sauce it up. We're not gonna worry about being super precise here, right? That's a different dance, a beautiful dance, but a different dance. We are just gonna take it easy and have fun in our bodies here since we're warming up. Nice. make it smaller. Yeah, and really push your booty out. Booty out, booty out, and you come around, nice. So you notice my chest is swiveling around quite a lot. That's not something that would be happening in belly dance. But we're warming up the burlesque way. And roll your shoulders back. Nice. And now roll your shoulders opposite. One forward at a time, one back at a time. And back the other way. Warm up that area just a little bit. Nice. All right, maybe you've been sitting in front of your TV for long hours over the weekend, or working in the yard or something like that. So let's get a little bit of neck movement. So drop your one ear to one shoulder, up and over, up and over. Nice. So keeping your head pretty much in alignment with your shoulders. You don't want to like put it too far forward or lean too far back. Just trying to get right up and over the middle. And come to center, and now chin to chest, and look straight up. Chin to chest, look straight up. So warming up the back of the neck, but not crinking down over the back of it. Nice. And then let's do a little chest, head circle. So drop to the chest, to one ear, up and over, ear, chest, ear, up and over, ear, chest. And then let your shoulders start to help. And your ribs start to help. And your hips help. Big circle. Your ponytail flops. Nice, stop in the middle, roll it up, and we'll go chin to chest, ear to the other side, up and over. Nice. And shoulders start to help. Keeping a bend in your knees. Ribs are helping now. And you're bending at the waist. Last one. Stop in the front. Roll it on up. Lovely. Let's do some rib movement, and then we'll do some rib stretches. So keeping your ribs in alignment with your pelvis, so we're not going to poke out or tilt back or anything funky like that. We're going to keep our ribs in alignment with our pelvis, bending at the knees, and just slide side to side. So notice that my shoulders aren't moving. They're staying level. I'm not going like this, poking a shoulder up to my ears. We're just staying nice and level. I'm just pushing from one side to the other. Just warming up that area a little bit. Beautiful. Reach up, pushing a hip down, stretching kind of opposite from each other, pressing through the palms, pushing into the feet. Nice, and then arms come up overhead, and we're gonna just tilt over to side, but we're gonna keep our ribs zipped in while we go. Shoulder stays down, support yourself on a hip or a thigh. We're not really coming down too far here. It's more about getting tall and then reaching over, but keeping your ribs in alignment. If you want, you can rotate up toward the ceiling, but no poking out. Woo. And getting all the way up my side, down into my hip even here. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, over to the other side. Check your ribs. Roll open. If you want a little bit more space, stretch in there. Space between the ribs. Woo. Breathing. deep into that opening. Open up. Oh, nice. Let's go nice big wide leg stance now. We're going to rotate one leg in the hip socket. My toes are gonna point to the wall. My heel is gonna point to the middle of the arch of my other foot. I'm gonna step out, space out a little bit more because I know I need a little bit more space. Adjust for you. Ribs are gonna stay in alignment with your pelvis again here. Slide it on over, reach, 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 reach out past your toes maybe. And now come on down. So you might come to your thigh here. You might come down to your shin. You might come down a little bit lower. You can raise your arm up or have it overhead, whichever is more comfortable for you and helps you keep your ribs in alignment. And you're welcome to look up or look down, whatever's happy for your neck. Remember, every time you're doing this, you're making sure that it's right for you to do a movement. Making sure your shoulders are away from your ears. My friend Kirsten calls those shoulder earrings. When you're up here. Not that you want that. Beautiful. Bend your knee that's in the front. And rotate around. Surprise, you're in a high lunge. If you need to wiggle your foot open for a little bit more support, so you have a wider space, go for it. Whatever you're doing, your ankle is staying under your knee. And just endeavoring to get that back leg a little straighter. Come forward a little. Maybe you need to bend a little bit. Letting that guy soften. A little tight there, clearly. And I'm putting quite a lot of pressure through my hands into my front leg so I can keep my chest really nice and lifted while I'm here and not slump down. Lovely. Straighten that leg. Come in a little bit. We're going to come down into a goddess pose, so like both legs are spreading open. So you might stay up here, and that's super cool. You might be able to come down a little bit further and push your hands away. Push your knees away with your hands. Words are really hard today, you guys. What's going on? Whew. I think I spent too much time yesterday on Hangouts talking to people. Trying to get the whole family into it. My parents, bless them, who are in their 70s. My aunt and uncles who are, well, my one aunt and uncle are closer to 80. Come on up. And fortunately, my other aunt and uncle have a young adult living at home with them, so he hooked them up. Rotating out to the other side, toes pointing to the wall, heel pointing to the arch. Just square up the hips, so adjust as you need to. Spreading out the arms, ribs stay in, lean over, reaching past your toes, and then bend over. Remember, arm up or over, whichever is good for you. Head looks up or looks down at your foot. Shoulders stay away from your ears. Pushing into your feet, breathing. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Breathing. Awesome. Inhale it on up and come on forward. Nice. Let's heel toe it back in together. Oh, I didn't forget though. It almost did. Almost. Rotate that over. I'm just kidding. Come up into your high lunge. So my left knee is in a little bit of a grumpy mood today. So I'm gonna be real careful with it. If you have any body part that's like, no, I'm not doing that today, just respect it. Maybe ice it later. Epsom salt bath if you have a bathtub that you enjoy sitting in. We'll massage, whatever might relax your disagreeable body parts. Let them know you love it and they can be fine. Ooh. so good there, right? Nice. All right, now coming out of that, let's come on, heel toe it in. Let's do some taller hamstring stretches, right? So starting out, bent legs, coming forward, bending at the hips, and releasing, releasing, releasing. Now you might stay here and stretch and keep, that's great. Keep your back straight, whichever you're doing. You might have a little bit more space. And so you start straightening your legs and your chest is staying kind of attached to your legs, your neck and shoulders, or you're staying long. Your head is released. It's not poking in like this. That'll give you a curve here and a little bit of a strain, right? So it's more your nose that's going to the ground. And maybe when you straighten your legs, you can bring your hands down to the ground. Breathe wherever you are. Walk it out. Shoulders are still away from your ears, so don't let that strain start to come into it. Beautiful. And then start walking your hands forward. And we're going to come down into a downward dog. If you were keeping your legs very bent, come down first to hands and knees, and then we'll push up into downward dog. So you're going to push your hips up high, roll over your feet. I need to stand back a little. I'm going to roll my shoulders under so that my elbow pits are kind of trying to get forward. They're kind of more facing each other, but I would like them to be facing forward. Softening that neck again. Make sure you're not straining there. You can walk your dog a little bit if you like. Sit bones pointing up into the air. Whew. Pushing your heels down. Stretch out those calves. Lovely. And roll on over. Everybody come down to all fours now. Making sure your hips are over your knees and your shoulders are over your hands. And then go ahead and roll it out a little bit here. Whichever way feels good to you. I'm kind of dropping my chest and then raising it up. And coming the other way. I am endeavoring to keep my elbows pointing toward my knees so that I can do a little bit of tricep building. I think, like, structurally, safety-wise, if you need to bow them out while you're moving around, it's not a big deal. I just want to build up my tricep strength, so I'm keeping them in. Sneaky workout, right? Right now, go ahead and walk your knees a little bit further back, and we're going to come through child's pose and move around in a circle. So your booty's going in a circle. Hey, it's almost floor work. Go the other way. Nice. Rolling it around. And finally, when you come back, go ahead and put yourself into a child's pose. So you can spread your knees apart. You need space for your body to come through. Flop your ponytail out of the way if you need that. Whew. Nice. And try aiming for pushing your chest onto the mat while your booty maybe gets to your feet. Right? So that's what we're going for. I'm still keeping my shoulders rolled in and under too, so that I'm getting a stretch in my lats along the sides of my body, kind of under my armpit, which feels really good. And if you want even more stretch there, you can push your hands into the mat and engage that while you move back. I feel like I need a little bit more relaxation, so that's what I'm going for. Nice. Sit up just a little bit, and now rotate your hands so the palms of your hands are facing up, and the backs of your hands are on the mat. You might need a little bit to spread out, a little bit wider, a little bit more space there. And now sit back, and you probably won't come as low here, which is totally fine, but you should get a really awesome stretch. Oh yeah, that feels good. Beautiful. And now come forward. It is floor work. Hey, look at that. All right, pushing your hands into the mat. I'm very perky today, huh? I hope that's not freaking you out. Sometimes I have these moods. All right, and just pull your chest through. Pull your chest through. I think I'm just so excited to sort of be with other people. I know we're not really hanging out in person, but you know, it's like being with other people and not my family, who I love. I love them, but I just spent like 48 hours of concentrated time with them, and they made me a little crazy. All right, release that. Roll on over to a mermaid sit. Elbow under your shoulder, supporting with your bottom leg, bent as you need to, and pulling your foot up to your butt. Remember, your knee goes straight out from your hip, so it's pointing straight down at the wall. It's not coming forward, and you're not trying to pull it back in space. Your knee stays straight, and your hand brings your foot to your butt, and your foot pushes into your hand, and if you want more stretch, now you squeeze your glute. Yay! Nice. And now go ahead and stretch it out just for fun, because we're already so close to the ground. Come all the way down. You can rest on your elbow if you want, or you can lay your hand out. Rotate a little bit in the back so that your knee comes up to the ceiling, and then extend your leg straight as you can. Hey, it's floor work. Nice. And now bend again. Come down, toe touches knee. And roll it over. Beautiful. Push your body up a little bit. Come over to mermaid on the other side. Roll it out. Nice angle here. Palm flat on the ground. Bending your bottom leg as much as you need to. Knee stays pointing out straight from the hip. Pulling that foot into your glute. Pushing your foot into your hand. Tighten your glute. You want more stretch. Staying lifted under here too, right? We're not going flomp. Yeah. So if it seems like I'm sneaking burlesque into these, I am. I'm doing it on purpose. I'm trying to feel as showgirl as I can, anytime, anywhere. So enjoy. I hope it makes you feel a little bit more fabulous too. Release that leg out. Sweet. Come on down. I'm gonna have to do it like that here because I don't have any other room. So I'm gonna prop myself a little bit so I don't fall over forward. Knee comes to the toe. Toe comes to the knee. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Stretch it out. Beautiful. Toe back to the knee. And now slide it down. Awesome. We're gonna come. Walk it up. Come forward. Move your booty out of the way if you need to. I always do. Extended diamond shape. So we're not like tied up here like a butterfly. We're gonna push it out just a little bit. And then come on, coming forward. Head is staying extended. Kind of going more for the chest, getting down. Oh. Keep pushing into your feet too so that the sides of your feet stay pressed down on the ground. Push into those hip bones. See if you can inhale and extend your spine out through the head, and exhale down a little bit lower. My back's starting to curve, so I'm gonna stop there. If your back was curving, you would stop too. Right, we wanna stretch into our length. No one's really gonna dance all curved over. You don't really wanna go through life like that either. It's hard to do anything all curved over. We wanna stay nice and long. Oh, wiggling if you need. Sometimes you do. Lovely. And now, sit up a little and dive your head down. Now we are rounding. We're gonna stretch our upper back and neck. but still not straining. Letting gravity do the work to pull your head down here. Beautiful. Lift that head up. Come on up. Let's do some circling here. That seems fun. If you want to pull your legs in a little bit tighter, you can. Holding on to your shins. We're going to go back, side, forward, side. So that rib circle that we did when we were standing, did we do a rib circle? I don't know if we did. We're going to do one here. Apparently, if you want a silly person to talk to or DM with today, I'm it. And let's go back the other way. So there's a link pinned to the top of this video that will take you to the online classes that are coming up. Nice. Lean back and then spread out in your straddle. Sit up, adjust as you need to. We're going to go feet flexed first, stretching up nice and tall. As much of your leg pressed down into the ground as you can. So you might be right here, and your stretch is pushing your legs down to the ground while your body stays upright. That's super cool. If that's your stretch, that's what you're doing. You might be pushing into the ground and lifting yourself up really long and tall. Or you might be keeping your spine nice and long as you walk your hands forward, bending at the waist. Spine is staying nice and long. Wiggle anytime you need a little bit more space. Continue to flex for the moment. So that link will take you to, like I said, to the classes that are coming up. I have one, Burlesque Basics, coming up with She-Bop, which is our awesome Portland sex shop for everybody. And lots of them through ShowGirl Temple. I also have videos through ShowGirl Temple. So, you know, if you just want a video to replay over and over of certain things like the, you know, strip teasing itself or fan dancing or things like that, those are on there. And then there's also some links for tipping if you care to do that. That's much appreciated. Come on up and let's rotate to one side and come on down. I also super appreciate it if you just leave comments and reviews if you like what I've been doing. It's really lovely to hear that, and it's really awesome if you share that with other people. So posting a review or sharing my stuff with your friends who also will enjoy it is super appreciated. You know, only the people that it would be good for and who would be into it. Point your toes. I'm not trying to dominate the whole world in glitter, or am I? Maybe I am, but there's lots of sparkle for us to go around, right? Push through, nice. Come on up, rotate to the other side. Come on down here. Pushing through your feet, flexing them, just like you were on the ground, keeping those sit bones on the ground. So this hip is so tight for me, and it keeps wanting to lift up. So I'm just staying here and wiggling to convince my hip that it's totally cool to chill out and it can go back down to the ground. And I'm gonna stay there until it does before I fold any more forward. All right, and bending your toes. Still wiggling if you need it. That hip is so disagreeable today. It's okay, hip, I love you. You can relax. Oh my God, that actually did it. Who knew? Love up all your body parts. Tell them they can relax. Awesome. Come on forward. Lean back out of your straddle. Pull it together. And you are welcome to extend your legs out in front of you. As you come forward, if you need to keep your knees up bent to keep your back straight, that's totally fine. Otherwise, you can keep coming forward and pushing your legs down. Again, we're trying to get all of that bottom of the leg onto the ground, but the spine and head reaching nice and long. I'm going to get our goddess cards. So the Friday card was Sieg, and it was about being able to rest in quiet and have quiet space for yourself. So I'm interested to see who was able to do that over the weekend. It was a little challenging here at my house. And I may myself have had a meltdown trying to get that space. Oh, so many interesting challenges this period brings up, right? I'm still super grateful for my first world challenges that I have here, right? I've got you all to do this awesome stuff with. We have a roof. We have enough money to cover our bills. We live in a nice place. Super grateful for all of that. All right, so our guide for today. Come on up if you haven't already and sit in whatever position is comfortable for you. Okay, she's definitely in here. Here we go. Ooh, this is fun. I want to look up how to say this goddess's card, and oh no, I just discovered I didn't bring my glasses over with me. Oops. Well, it's like being on stage and forgetting that you forgetting a costume piece. I'm gonna have to get them. There's no hope for me without them. Enjoy the close-up of my shirt. Uh-oh, they're not over there either. Huh. Well, today's going to be interesting, folks. I think that's all I can tell you. Today is going to be interesting. Okay. Anya. All right. That is not how I would have tried to say it the way that it's spelled. I'll post this, of course, later so you can see yourself. Anya, take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. Leap of faith. Message from Anya. Procrastinating about your dreams won't make them go away. Neither will it make them happen. Indecision is the death of the soul's burning passion to improve, grow, and learn. Don't worry about making a wrong decision. Instead, worry about making no decision at all. Then, take time to pray, meditate, investigate, research, go on nature walks, and make your decision. Once made, the universal energies will immediately support your decision and doors will successively open as if by magic. The magic, you see, is that you set your mind to accomplish something. And this intention is what sets you on your magical journey. Trust that the universe will support you in all ways. Trust that your intention is clear and right for you. And then take a leap of faith and jump fully and squarely into the midst of putting your dreams into action. Don't hesitate or delay a moment longer. Meanings of this card. Your dream will come true. Your chosen path is the right one for you. Heaven supports you fully on your mission. Your material needs will be taken care of. Take action steps toward the realization of your dreams. Break your dream into achievable baby steps so that it's easier to start and keep going. I love that last little bit. Honestly, I think it's so important to remember that on the way to achieving your big goal, there are many smaller steps in between, and those are super valuable and important too. And you need to take the time to sort out what those steps are, and sometimes it becomes clear as you're going that you need more steps, and that's okay. Your dream is still there. It doesn't make your dream go away. It just means that you're evolving more before you get there, right? Which is awesome and wonderful. And I think it's often possible to get discouraged as you feel like you have this dream and you're going and you're doing things and it seems like you're not getting there as fast as you might like to. But if you keep going and keep trusting, that will be there. And I know this sounds like every new age hoo-ha you've ever listened to, but honestly, I feel like over the last few years I've super lived this. That the important thing is to keep going. Keep holding that dream, that vision out there of what it is you want to do, and keep going. All the little steps are really important, and as you achieve those little steps, it's super important to celebrate those too, right? Even a little tiny anything, like you achieve that, and that's awesome, and that's getting you there. So that in and of itself is wonderful and important to celebrate. And then you keep going on your path. You celebrate each step that you accomplish and continue and continue and continue. Tell me more about your experience. If you've worked with this sort of energy, if you've done that sort of thing, and you've like, if you had a block and it felt like you should stop, but then you kept going and then you got closer to what you wanted to get to, I would love to hear about it, and I bet everybody else would love to hear about it too. So they don't think I'm just like throwing some glitter sauce at you and like sparkling over it all. The struggle is real, but it's worth it. All right. I digress, but I think it was good. Anya is a powerful Celtic goddess and fairy queen who gave birth to incarnated fairies from her romances with mortal men. Anya is revered in Ireland for helping to grow crops and oversee animals. You can call upon Anya when you need additional guidance and the courage to take risks. All right, this is awesome. What a challenging time to develop and grow new things in, huh? And what an amazing opportunity so many of us have in front of us. You can't do things like you usually did. You have to innovate. You have to grow, right? Which I know is hard. Change is hard. Change is weird. It brings up a lot of difficult things, but also a lot of possibilities to push through and to create new, more awesome things. So I hope your sparkle time here pushes you into more awesome things, encourages you to take a leap of faith. If you do, share it with us, please. It's so much more empowering to all of us when we share our things and the good things that we achieve, even through difficult times. So not to say that the difficult times won't come up and that they're not valid, and that, you know, talking with people through those challenges is a good thing, an important thing. And once you get to the other side of it, or even try to find a spark to make your way to the other side, sharing your story of how you made it is super helpful to other people. And it's not a hard thing to do, right? You lived it, you know it, you have that expertise, you share it with other people. And it's amazing what your experience and the ability of you to overcome a challenging part in your life can do to help other people. So I really encourage you to take a leap of faith, keep going, and then pass it on. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, lovelies. I'll post this information up for you later. Happy Monday.